Are the giggles already?
Do your witch cackle.
Mad Nightshade here again, and obviously if you have not noticed by now, Savannah's recording already. Yep, brain poof, gone. It is one of those days. I'm gonna do the 16 witchy tag questions that Ravenflower tagged me in. And Savannah might give us the giggles, or me the giggles.
They're contagious.
They are contagious. If anything, it should be at least somewhat entertaining. She already filmed the bloopers of me fighting with the blanket that is no longer here. So, okay. First question. Your witchy name and how did you come by it? My witchy name is Mad Nightshade. It's in the intro of every video. Duh. I came by it. Ravenflower actually helped me with that. She and I talked quite a bit, or we still talk quite a bit, and I felt it was kind of like a nickname. It's not something that you give yourself. That felt dumb. And originally she had come up with Madam Moonflower. I think that's what it was. And it was just too long. I liked kind of short and sweet. So instead of Moonflower, I went with Nightshade, which Moonflower is part of the Nightshade family. So anyway, that's where it came from. It was a combined effort. Thank you, Raven. Where am I located? Where was I born? And how did I get here? I'm in Arkansas. I'm in the northwest corner by Bentonville, Rogers area. What?
It's dancing.
That was a candle. The candle going crazy. I was born in Elgin, Illinois, which is kind of outside of Chicago, northwest suburbs. There's a theme, northwest of major cities. Sorry, this is a major street, so there's going to be some distractions with people walking by. Sorry. You're just going to deal with it. And cars. But, so, I'm from Elgin, northwest suburb of Chicago, and I got here because this is where my husband grew up. Well, Arkansas is where he's from. He and I met in the Army in Kansas, got married and fell in love. Well, I guess the love part came first. I don't know. Who knows? I'm still not sure he loves me, so we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary this January, so I would hope so. If anything, he's too lazy to leave, but it's fun. So that's how we got here. When we got out of the Army, he needed a job, I needed a job. This was the first place that offered us the opportunity to work, raise our family. We've been here ever since. If all goes well, in the next couple years, we will be moving to East Tennessee. So, do you wear a special amulet or jewelry? Yes, I do. Here, pause that and let me go get it. Okay, so, yes, I wear, duh. You guys, the power of editing, did not take a break. I did. I went and got my stuff because I was not prepared. Special amulet or jewelry. Yes, this is one of them. This is a hematite bracelet. I've had this thing since 2002. I bought this in Korea when I was well, not deployed, but when I was stationed in Korea. It's the magnetic one. I think I paid like $3 for it. 2002. That was a long time ago. I've had it forever. But I wear this to keep me grounded. I get a little ditzy and dingy, and I just feel that I need to be grounded. I have an issue with black stones, apparently. I can wear... my wedding ring is black spinel. I don't have an issue with that one. But I have tried onyx, and it makes me an emotional wreck. I turn into a bumbling, crying baby. And then I tried tourmaline. I get sick, like physically sick. I start gagging, dry heaving. Can't can't wear it. Can't wear it. It's gotta go. Another piece that I wear pretty frequently is, this is a piece of clear quartz, and this is it's a piece of Arkansas quartz that I got at a craft show here in Arkansas, in Fayetteville. And this is from, if I can link his Etsy shop below, I will. It's Sacred Earth Crystals. He hand mines everything, and his stones make me happy. I ran into him this week actually at another event, and he wrapped a piece of quartz that I had already owned, and I bought another quartz point from him, which I will show in a haul video. But this is like my battery. I wear it just about every day. And the last... Is that funny? Why are you laughing at me?
Because you're swatting at the air, and it looks
there
like...
was a bug!
I know, but it looks like there's nothing there.
There was a fly. There was a fly. I am not crazy. Okay.
Okay, we're not so sure about that one.
The last piece that I wear is moonstone. This was a gift for Mother's Day from my little brat back there.
Hello.
Hello. She's a good kid. I have no complaints. Well, and then, the other piece is wedding ring.
Don't focus on anything. It's not even on camera anymore.
Woohoo! I don't hear.
It's
wedding ring.
She's taken, man.
No one cares if I'm taken. Trust me. I do another man's dirty laundry. Like, one is enough. So, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, it was important to show my wedding ring. Apparently, let's move forward. Favorite space or place? In my house, it would be where my altar is, which is in the dining room. There's a lot of happy energy in there. The whole sit down, eat together as a family is a big deal. My working altar is actually a dining room table, but I do have my devotional altar in there as well. It's where I store most of my witchy herbs and rocks and blah blah blah, all that crap. Outside of the house, it was the river. I'm a Cancer water sign, love the water. This summer, though, I was being taught a lesson, because I'm stubborn and I don't listen and I don't calm the hell down like I'm supposed to, like the goddess tells me to. And I was taught a harsh lesson out there. I almost drowned. I should have known better. I should have left. But anyway, we'll get into that a little bit later. Water. The pool, the creek, the river, anywhere there's water where I can just kind of sit in the sun, submerge my feet, hang out on my floaty. That is my favorite place. That is where I like to heal and recharge. I am rambly today. Very rambly. It's going to be a long video. Sorry. Favorite stone for workings. I guess it depends on what I'm doing. Quartz is probably my #1 favorite stone. Clear quartz. I have a few worry stones. And a lot of people like to work with stones in the raw. I'm the exact opposite. I like the tumbled stones. I like how smooth they are. Some of these can be
sharp,
pretty sharp. And when I'm meditating or when I'm kind of in my trance state and whatever, I like it smooth. I like to rub it. And I like worry stones. I have a bunch of worry stones. Amethyst, rose quartz, fluorite, clear quartz. When I'm using one of those in a working, that's what I do. I rub the stone and kind of generate energy with it. That's how I use the rock or stone in my workings. So any stone that's flat and coordinates to my whatever I'm doing. I am very rambling. Shit. How long have you been practicing, and how did you get here? I got married and he brought me here. No, just kidding. My trip with the occult study started when I was 12. One night of playing light as a feather, stiff as a board, and I was hooked. That, I don't know, how many people have done light as a feather, stiff as a board? Let me know. How many have had it work? Let me know. Because we were 12 and lifted some little boy to the ceiling. That was the last time we played because we kind of scared the crap out of ourselves. But let me know down below if you've played. How did I get here? So, doing studies and joining the military and then having a family, I ended up doing a little bit of dabbling and not an actual dedicated practice. Dabbling is not safe. There's a lot of dangers in dabbling. We're going to do a whole separate video on that. Not saying that you shouldn't dabble, but the results are not as clear if you are not dedicated to your practice. I'm not saying dedicated to a certain goddess or a certain type of practice, but you have to be consistent with what you're doing. And if you just kind of half-ass things, your results are half-assed, your protection's half-assed, you leave yourself open to a lot of nastiness. Learned that the hard way. So that's how I got here. Learning my lesson. No more dabbling. This is the path that I'm meant to be on. God or goddess that I work with, and how do you connect with them? So, working with a goddess is kind of a new thing. When I decided to dedicate myself to this path, about a year later, I decided maybe it's time. And I put it out into the world, like they say, hey, knock, knock, I'm here, who wants to work with me, knock the doors down. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, unless the Morgan answers your call, and she sends the crows. When I've heard stories about it, I was like, haha, okay, that's cuckoo. It really happens. To the point where it freaked my children out. Like, Mom, why are these birds following us? And here in Arkansas, we have like the big ravens. We don't have like little crows. Like, we have ravens, like big birds. And we were at the gas station, and it's like cawing at me, and like making eye contact just with its non-stop cawing. And as I turn my back to it, it flies to like the next spot and starts cawing at me. They follow us everywhere, and we're cawing, and then it just gets worse from there. Anyway, it's the Morgan is who I work with. There's not a masculine energy yet that I've worked with. I haven't really reached out yet. I have a hard time dealing with one at this point. The energy is strong. Like, you can feel her. What is that face for?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, you're making very intently staring at my picture on the thing.
No, I'm trying to figure out what the big blob of light is. Like, on the camera, there's a big blob of light in the window. I think it's just the sun, though. I don't know. Okay. No, I mean, it's not bad.
Oh. Okay. Well,
majestic.
Say hello to the blob of light.
Hello.
Hello. So there has not been a male that I have reached out to yet. The Morgan's energy is very strong. It is intense. It has made me like physically nauseous when she's near. Like, that's how strong it is. I'm not prepared yet to deal with more energy. There's one other goddess that has made herself known, but it's very in the background. She is kind of, I guess the Morgan reached out to her for help with a working that I was doing, and I was allowed to say thank you, and that was about it. But that was another goddess. No male energy yet. Favorite incense or smudge? Favorite incense, dragon's blood. Even like the cheapo one from Walmart is probably my favorite. We burn them non-stop in every room of the house. The ones from Earthbound Trading called Love is another favorite. They also have a matching like little oil that is amazing. And their Egyptian musk is good. Smudge, I've yet to find one that I really like the smell of. When I have done my cleansings, I use sage once. I did not like it. It stinks. I'm not a fan. I would prefer to use incense. I will use a combination of dragon's blood and frankincense. That's my preferred method. Have you ever had to clear a space of negative energy? Yes. This house that we live in now, when we moved in, weird things would happen. Doors would slam. We would watch, my husband and I were sitting on the bed in our room, and we watched the door open slowly and then go all the way shut slowly. And men in their logic, he's like, oh, there's got to be an air vent, like, pushing the air from the other room. That's why it opened. So I go in the other room, and the air vent, like the door's here, the air vent's literally right next to it, facing this way. And I said, yeah, totally, that was totally the air vent. Okay.
And how would it close all the way?
Exactly. It's not logical. Anyway, so after that, my husband was like, all right, well, I'm out of this room. I gotta go. And I have some guilt about the evil entity, because I didn't realize that it was doing as much damage as it was. My daughter, Savannah, who's recording all this, was sort of traumatized. It was trying to possess her. She would wake up and it was like hovering above her body. She saw it like trying to stick its hand in her head, and just tormented that area when she was trying to sleep. It would wake my husband up. It did the opposite to me. It would put me like in a coma type sleep so that I couldn't fight back. I think it did that because I'm the only one that practices in the house, and I knew I had the power to fight back. So it would make me go night-night, deep sleep. It was a spiritual battle to get it out, but it's out. We're done. Everything's moving forward. My sister came by and was like, oh, it feels so much lighter in your house now. And she didn't know what we were battling, so that to me was confirmation. My daughter's not being tormented anymore. Everyone's sleeping better. Yes, got evil out. Continue to do routine cleanings to keep evil out. That's where dabbling will bite you, because none of that stuff done consistently, you're leaving yourself open to a lot of it. So, favorite. Wow, we went from something real heavy to what's your favorite TV show? Hey guys. Favorite witchy movie or show? Movie, definitely Teen Witch. Still love that movie. Her like little medallion that came after, like, hunted her down, that she found, I love 80s movies. I love 80s music. Teen Witch. And then TV shows, Supernatural, Vampire Diaries, the originals. Supernatural, I like how much research they've done into the occult. They try to keep it pretty accurate as far as, salt for protection, the iron with the spirits, using sigils and a lot of things. Like, it's not super accurate, but they keep it in tune with each thing. You know, the hex bags or gree bags, whatever. I like how they line it out. So, what do you use to raise energy for spell work? My ritual has kind of been to start. I light all the candles and incense on my altar to start. Candles, crystals, mostly quartz. And then, I guess it just depends on what I'm doing from there, but that's kind of how I get started. Start lighting candles, incense, start to get into your witchy mode. Preferred method of divination. You know, I don't do a ton of divination. I'm not gonna lie. I have a set of tarot cards, the one and only set that I've had since I was 17, probably 17. I'm looking at some oracle decks. I think they'll be a little easier to read. Like, with the tarot deck, I read the book. I think I'm going to try and do some intuitive working with them. I don't do a ton of divination. I do have a crystal ball. Well, it's glass with like the bubbles in it. I've tried to divine in that. I can't sit still for very long. I get bored. I start daydreaming. I don't do a ton of divination, I'm not gonna lie. Favorite element to use. Every tag video that I have watched, we all use all 4 elements. 5 elements. 5. I like to use each of them a little differently, or for different things, but we all use all of them. So, like, for instance, water. I like to use it for cleansing. Spiritual baths, showers. Well, I don't like to do spiritual bath. I'll do a shower. And I'll use like a salt scrub to cleanse away the funk. I like to watch all that crap go down the drain and be gone, out of my way. I like to use moon water to clean the crystals that can be put in water. Florida water I like to use to cleanse things with. Fire, I like to use to remove negativity and to do some healing work with it. So after the almost drowning incident at the lake this last summer, you know when you go through a kind of a traumatic event and you close your eyes and all that's still played back, it's like on repeat in your head. Well, my 3 kids were with me when that happened, and all 3 of us were kind of traumatized, had things going on repeat, couldn't shake it. So what we did, or what my son did, because he's probably the most affected, is I had him take a piece of paper and draw out what happened. He did his little drawing of, you know, what part was replaying in his head that was affecting him the most. And when he came to me and he's like, okay, I did it. And I asked him, I said, is everything out of your head now? And he said, no. I said, well, then keep drawing. But Mom, I drew everything. Okay, we'll start adding details, you know. Put the blonde highlights in Savannah's hair. Draw the beach towels. Add the stripes to the beach towels. Take all that nastiness and put it in the paper. And then that night, once the moon, you know, was up and whatever, we burned the paper. And watched all of the negativity and the memories and the trauma go away. And, you know, we didn't pick up the ashes, nothing. We left them so that, you know, the wind could take it away, as far away from us as possible. And it's funny because he came to me the other day and he's like, Mom, that really worked. Like, I got all the negativity out. I don't really think about it much. He's like, thank you. So we like to use fire. I like to use fire that way. Earth, protection and grounding. Salt, protection, you know, grounding. After I did that spiritual battle and cleansing, in the house. You know, you're floating, like you can feel yourself floating. We have a big tree in the back with acorns and stuff, and I'm walking across it barefoot, and I can't feel any pain. Like I was not on this planet at the moment. So I like to go outside and, you know, just start putting your feet in the dirt. That it didn't work as effectively as I wanted. The bracelet, the hematite worked better for that. I think because it's magnetic, that played a part in it. Like, literally was like pulling me back from where I was. So that's worked a little better. Again, it's still earth. So, and then
Dirt.
What do you mean dirt?
Well, not dirt, but like rocks and stuff.
I know a lot of witches that follow hoodoo practices, or witches in general use dirt, spiritual dirt. I live in the Bible Belt, and I can't just go to the Catholic Church and like dig up some dirt. It doesn't work that way.
Your face, though. You're like,
you can't. No, like you can't wear like a Chinese coin without that's got demon writing on it. Yes, it does. You should probably avoid me. They don't mess around, and with technology and stuff, everybody's got cameras. So we collect rocks from that place, and I didn't bring those out, but most establishments have some sort of decorative rocks or gravel or whatever around it. So we grab the rocks from around the church and we use those instead of dirt. When we were at the river, I came home and I had like 4 river rocks stuck in my bra. Well, those contain the energy of the river, that constant flow and energy. Those went on my altar. She was trying to teach me a lesson, and I got a little, I guess she needed that constant flow there. So those went on my altar for her. Where else have we used rocks? I don't know. We use rocks instead, because you can real easily walk over and kind of pick up some gravel and keep moving instead of scooping some stuff in a jar. I'm not asked as many questions. Or I don't have people throwing holy water on me that way.
You're gonna melt.
Yeah. The devil's coming for you. Yep, I just got him out of my house, honey. Already in there. Thank you. Do I see myself helping others? Yes. I'm a giver by nature. Probably too much. And this year I'm working on boundaries. This is my space. I am not sacrificing my space to help you with yours. Do I help give guidance? Yes. Direction. Do I like to bounce ideas off of people? Yes. Am I going to do the work for someone else? Hell no. This is your path, your quest. You have to put in the work. Again, this is where that dabbling comes in. You are not going to learn jack shit unless you do it. You can sit there and read a book all day long. 90% of those books are for beginners. A, B, C. Okay. What they don't do is throw in a hiccup in there. They don't throw in nasty neighbors that you have to deal with. They don't throw in... You have to do it. You have to get your hands dirty. And it's amazing that once you start putting your hands into things and actually doing it, your creativity, your inspiration, like, explodes. You're like, oh yeah, oh wait, I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this. You have to think outside the box, which is another video that I would like to do. I have a few more planned. One of them I need to do some more in-depth research before I can confidently come on here and run my mouth about it, but I would like to do one on the dangers of dabbling because I learned my lesson there. Just some ideas for thinking outside the box with certain things. And then one in connection to women finding their path or starting their path and kind of how puberty plays a role in that. That has no bearing on that conversation right there. Sorry. If I was to throw a witchy YouTube party, who would I invite? Duh. I mean, I talk to Raven and Crescent Moon probably daily. So, those ladies, most definitely. I have learned a lot from Lady Gravedancer's videos. She was actually the first witch I started watching on YouTube. It broke me out of my nonstop makeup and beauty videos, so thank you for that one. But I was never very good at following the Wiccan books. I was never very good at following directions in any of these books. And she was the first one that was on that I came across who was like, fuck the book, do it your way. And it made me realize, like, I'm not doing it wrong, that this is what works for me, and embrace it. So, and then Wednesday from House of Conjure, I think that I would have a blast with her. I like to sit and make fun of people, and that sounds horrible. I like to people watch, and, well, yeah, I'm a mean person, so, but I think her and I could have some fun with that. My witchy New Year's goals. I'd like to build a stronger bond in the community, a stronger bond with my goddess, and the path that she has me on. I'm launching another Etsy shop. So I have the Bourgeois Bath and Botanicals, which I do witchy things with those bath salts and skincare and face masks, and there's a whole bunch of crap. I'll put the link in the down bar if you're interested. But I cannot market it as witchy items because I live in the Bible Belt, and we do local craft shows and fairs and all sorts of stuff, and I would rather not have crosses burning on my lawn or whatever. I just don't need the backlash from it. So I'm going to open a second shop. It's in the works. Nothing has started yet. Like, we're just now working on names and logos and kind of what we're going to offer. But would like my second shop to kind of launch and hopefully be... Damn, that was a lot of questions. And I gave a lot of information there. Probably too much. If I bored you, sorry. Oops. If you learned something funky, cool. I'm going to do a love mail video next because Crescent Moon sent me some stuff. And I'm going to show you a couple things that I got in Eureka Springs while I was there. So, until next time, love and light, everybody. Bye.